Hi, Genki Call here, and it is time for the Dark Court faction assault for the weekend of July 30th, 2021. Now, before we start, I have a few things to show you, and that is that Vanya, the kingdom that Dark Court is connected to, is at level 12. That gives me an extra 25% faction horde stats, so that is one thing that's going to be boosting my troops. Another thing that's going to be boosting my troops is the fact that I have my horde at level 122. So I went specifically to 122, and I'll show you why. Because at level 121, I wouldn't have this extra +1 to magic. At level 111, you get another magic. See, it goes down. So at level 111, 122, 133, you get a boost to magic. So if I take this back to 100, you can see these are the bonus stats that I would get. 22, 11, 45, 45 versus 27, 13, 55, 55. So I've got that going for me on this. Also, something I need to tell you is that I started working on teams for this faction 2 days ago. The one thing I didn't take into account is the troops, and I did not look at the traits for Kelpie, who submerges himself when he takes damage, and that is a problem because my quick delve teams depend on scatter damage and or damage that goes to every single enemy. That's what makes them so fast, is because I get them full of mana, I cast, and they all die. That's not going to work with Kelpie unless you can one-shot him. So there are some ways around that. The first way is to have a class. Let me go in here. There are 3 classes that I can think of right offhand that have this particular talent that is so beautiful. It's Runepriest, Sentinel, and Warden. At level 70, you unlock this wonderful little thing called Banishment, which dispels all enemies on match 4+. So, what Banishment is, it takes away all of the positive status effects from the entire opposite team. So if they're submerged, if they're barriered, if they're blessed, whatever it is, it all goes away when you match 4. However, I'm not going to be using Sentinel for the most part because that's cheating. I want to be able to show you these teams and how they're going to work in the faction without using something that I know most of you probably don't have. If you have those leveled up, that is fantastic and that is going to work well in your favor. However, I know that a lot of you probably don't. So let's talk about some other ways that we can get around the problem at Dark Court with that Kelpie submerging itself. So another way that you can get around it is to take along a troop that curses enemies. So let's go here, and what you're going to want to do is, let me paste something in here. Search your troops for Curse A. So Matron Villain is going to be an excellent choice because she doesn't have to cast. She curses and webs a random enemy when matching 4 or more gems. You can get her with Chaos Shards at Eldrazi. Let me show you where Eldrazi is, just in case you don't already know. It's right down here. Here is Eldrazi, and you can tell, first of all, she's right there, but you can also click here and see that Matron Villain is the legendary here. So let's go back to, I'm going to put this here. Let's go back in here and fight. I have to paste it in again. Let's see. Curse all. So Kurandara is one that, again, I know not everybody has Kurandara, but when you match 4 or more gems, you have a 50% chance to curse all of the enemies. So that is something to take into account. This is something that I always think about when I'm thinking about High King Iron Gut and those higher level delves, because a lot of them are immune to devour, just like Kurandara is. But if you curse them, you can devour them. So this is something always in the back of my mind. Hold on, I think... No, we don't have that available. So Curse A. Indrajit. Curse and burn a random enemy. Indrajit's palace is really close to Dark Court, and he is a legendary there. You can get him with Chaos Shards. He is featured in one of my teams. Pharaoh Nefertani is okay, but you have to cast in order to get that curse and disease. She death marks on match 4, which is fine, but not what I'm looking for here. Anyway, so that is another way you can get around it. The next thing you can do is search your troops for splash damage. So any of these troops, Mistralis is going to be excellent if you have her. Anything that does splash damage, Nyar Mel from Dwergoroth, he's the legendary there. He is going to do splash damage, and when you do splash damage, it's not hitting the whole team, and therefore you can hit submerged and stealthy troops as well with the splash damage. So that is very nice. So Naramel is another good one. Nocturnia is another good one. She's a legendary from Fell Roost. The Red Thorn from Primal Rift. We've got a lot of splash damage troops from the Underworld, don't we? Let's see, Tiani. I enjoyed that troop, but I don't know about taking him delving. I didn't even know I had Quatramanus. Interesting. Oh, it's light splash damage. I recommend staying away from light splash damage because it deals damage to a troop and only a quarter of the damage to the adjacent troops. So the difference between light splash damage and splash damage, aka heavy damage, it does damage to a troop and then 50% of that damage goes to each additional or each adjacent troop instead of a quarter. So stay away from the light splash damage if you can. Like these two, they've got heavy splash damage. Another thing you can do is below. So the Hex Rat is a good example. So you can, he does damage to an enemy and all enemies below them. So if you hit the top troop, it's going to do damage to the entire team, but because of the wording of the card, it's not considered something that is going to be affected by submerge. You can hit the entire team, but because you could choose a middle card or the bottom card, that wouldn't affect the whole team, and therefore, because of this wording, you can use a troop like this and hit the entire team, including those that are submerged. So that don't forget, you also have weapons that can do the same thing, like the Crypt Keeper weapon from Vanya, which is a class weapon from there. You can do true damage to an enemy and all enemies below them. This is another one that's not going to be affected by submerge. And then, of course, you can also do a search for splash damage, and you have all of these neat things in here that you could use as well for splash damage. So, to summarize, when you're doing your delve here at Dark Court, I recommend bringing along a troop that can do direct damage to the enemies, either direct damage or splash damage or curse or banishment from the class, so that you can get around that submerge. So before we start this, let's go into the shop and I will show you what we've got here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buy the first 4 tiers because I want the weapon. There's a new weapon. Yay, weapon! I love it. Love it, love it. I hope it's a good weapon. It is called the Shadow Shot. And let's go. Ooh, I got a Sacred Treasure. Yay! I have a ton of them, but I'm always happy to have more. Let's go in here and see what the Shadow Shot does. Again, really? Manage, paste, paste. Okay, weapon, shadow shot. Let's upgrade this and see what it does. Attack, life, attack, attack. Magic, gain 4 life, steal 2 mana from the first enemy, steal 3 life from the first enemy, and create a dark storm, so you'll have some extra purple mana falling from the sky. Alright, got that. So, let me explain this first team. I'm going to go ahead and show you the teams that I put together for you. Just keep in mind the Kelpie issue, and you know, this may not work out the way that I'm hoping, but these are the quick delve teams that I put together, and let's see how it goes. And I forgot to show you the troops, so I'll do that in just a second. Alright, we've got our trusty Mountain Crusher that explodes gems. We've got Vanya Soulmourn, who's going to do damage to all enemies, and she's a summoner as well. Plus, she blesses a random ally on 4 or 5 gem matches. Medea, she's going to enchant ally demons and barrier mystics. Let's see. And Vanya is a mystic, and that's why I chose to use the Archmage's class to make my hero a mystic as well, so that we will get, what is it, barrier all ally mystic. So my whole team, except for the Leprechaun down here, will get barrier when I cast with Medea. Something else I should mention about these teams is that I'm using troops that normally you're not going to be using, like Medea, because the bonuses that we get from the Horde, from the Kingdom level, it's going to make these troops that normally don't work that great or aren't that powerful, they're going to make them do a lot more damage. So having a Horde just at level 100 is going to make a big difference. Oh, look at this layout. Alright, 600. Oh yeah, definitely this one. From the layout, it looks like this is not a faction assault that you will be able to get all of the tier rewards on without spending gems. I think you're going to have to spend some gems to get all tier rewards, but of course the reason that I am delving is because I enjoy it. So, and I enjoy the rewards quite a lot as well. So, let's see, 100, definitely going to go for that. And let's see, not a whole lot of green on here, but we'll blow this up anyway. I may not even have to cast with Medea here. I'm such low level, but I have so many teams to show you that I just really want to show you as much as I can before I run out of sigils. I'm going to go as far as I can, and I'm going to try to get to a high enough level that I can show you the high level teams as well. That is my next planned video for Dark Court, and you know, I've got lots of stuff planned out, but you really can't see the full potential of these teams I'm showing you until you get a little bit higher level. Anyway, let's see. What an odd layout this place has. Okay, 1200, 300. Oh, I hate bullets. They mess up the order of your team. They can devour you. Hey, Valraven! Valraven! Yay. Okay, we'll just blow things up here. Alright, well, there we go. You know, you may look at this team and decide that you like Medea in the second slot better than Vanya, or maybe you don't have Vanya. The thing is about all of these teams I'm going to show you, some of them have variants on the same theme, and the nice thing is you can mix and match and use my teams as an example of things that you can try, and just figure out what's going to work best for you. Figure out what you like and what you're looking for with this stuff. Went up another level. Brown. Sure. Brown, why not? I love the artwork for this place. Okie dokie. I always have to take the match 4s. It's like a compulsion almost. I've got to take all the match 4s so they can't have them. Even if I'm ready to cast and kill them all, I have to take those match 4s. And the little bit of gold difference that it's going to make at this point isn't that much. Not in a delve, but I still do it every time. I gotta make those matches. Finish up the first delve. Oh, she's so pretty. Lianen, she is so beautiful. Okay, don't take away my match 4. Aww. I see the match 4s, and it's like, I'm already planning what I'm going to do, and then things explode. But, you know, free mana. Free mana, it's worth it. Next time we come around, I will show you what each one of the enemy troops does, since I forgot to do that. We'll do that. Oh, my first chest is level 10. How nice. Woohoo. Let's see. Okay, that's nice. I'll take it. Next team is one of the variants I spoke of, and so what we've got here is Moonrabbit's going to play heavily into these teams because we are yellow and purple. The Moonrabbit is really going to be useful because that gives you lots of yellow right off the bat because Moonrabbit is empowered. So once again, we have the Mountain Crusher and Vanya, but instead of Medea, we're using Ishtara, who's boosted by blessed allies. And it's only it's a 1-to-1 ratio, which is only +4, but everyone that's blessed, they're cleansed and impervious to negative status effects. So in order to devour them or like as it says, devour, disease, any of that stuff, the first time that effect hits a blessed troop, it's going to remove bless. You have to hit them a second time in order to inflict the status effect. So Vanya blesses, Ishtara blesses, see, and Moonrabbit also blesses. And every one of them is a mystic, which means that we're going to get that boosted by blessed allies. We've got them all mystics. And, oh, Medea's not on the team, so it doesn't really matter. But my entire team here is mystics, and that is going to give me some bonuses at least. So you can see it's not much of a bonus. Not a whole lot of bonus. That's okay. We'll try it out. It should work great. Ishtara does damage to all enemies. Vanya does damage to all enemies. We can blow things up if we stall out and hope that the Kelpie does not get a chance to submerge. Nope. That's okay. They can have the match 4. Oh, that's okay. Okay. Oh, once again, we've got the 50 down here. No alignment. We'll take that and we'll blow things up. There's not a whole lot of brown on the board, but that explosion takes out every gem around it, so it actually does a lot more good than it looks like it would. And we'll just take them out with Vanya again. Let me see what we have next. 400 and 400. So I'm going to save this room because I want to get these extra trait stones, runic trait stones, and I don't really care about the extra glory. So I want to get the multiplier up higher so that I can get extra trait stones because those rewards are boosted by our multiplier. Nice. Maybe I can cash with... Nope. Nope, Ishtara is not ready to go, so we'll just do this again. As always, all of the team codes that I am using are going to be in the description box below. There are a ton of them, And hopefully you will have actually watched the video instead of just looking at the description and grabbing team codes, because I have so much information that I'm trying to share with you. I try to, I always try to teach as I go along, and so it's something I enjoy. It's something I would like to do, is to help people be successful at this game so that they can enjoy it as much as I do. Wow, my stats are just insane. Oh, I didn't even notice he was still over there. I'm just totally not paying attention. Oh, we've got a nice alignment here for Moon Rabbit. I'll cast with Vanya again. Okay, so 250. I'll take that. Yay, it didn't mess up my alignment here. Cool. I'm sorry, I can't help laughing every time with that Moon Rabbit. The noises it makes are so damn cute. I can't help it. Okay, I'll go ahead and cast here. Okie dokie, what have we got here? 250? Yeah, you bet. It cracks me up, I can't help it. I had somebody post something really rude on one of my screenshots on Steam today. It was just so weird and random and just so odd. I mean, people are so strange. Trolls are just so strange. I don't understand their thinking. It was a really old screenshot too, from a game I haven't played for at least a year. Really fun game. Let's see. Mountain Crusher? Nope. We'll do Vanya. Probably should have left the Horde at 100 so that I could give you a better idea of what these fights would be like at level 100, but I didn't think of it. I just upgraded. Alright, I promised to show you what these troops do. So, Mr. Dark Knight here. Dark Knight? Yes, Dark Knight. Destroys a column, drains 4 mana from the first enemy for every purple gem destroyed, and he gains a barrier. So that is something Banishment could help you with. However, just blowing off the Mountain Crusher, if there is a single skull nearby one of the brown gems, he'll remove the barrier from the front of the team here. He does Death Mark when doing skull damage, which really sucks. But that's something nice about this team. I have Bless, which will remove any negative status effects that are on them. So like Queen Bee, it will get rid of those negative status effects. We've also got the Slaw, that drains 12 mana from an enemy, creates yellow gems equal to the mana drained. And he has Infernal Armor that reflects 25% of skull damage. So, yeah, both of these troops are not going to be affected by magic. So if you drain their magic to 0, they're still going to be able to do their spells because there's no purple on here. That means there's no variable. This is what they're going to do when they cast, period. Then we've got Lianenshi, who drains all mana from an enemy, deals damage to them and all enemies above them, boosted by mana drained. Now, of course, you're always going to want to to cast on the bottom slot when you're using Lian and Shi, but if it's stealthy down there, you won't be able to. Of course, it was the same issue with casting on the top. But anyway, so she reduces damage from spells by 25%. She steals 2 magic from the first enemy when matching 4+ gems, which is interesting. That's a nice trait. And of course, the Kelpie that is the reason I'm unhappy about my quick delve teams getting messed up by the fact that I've got to think about its stupid submerge. Anyway, drain 6 mana, deal damage to them, plus a 2% chance to devour for every mana drained. So if you've got someone like Ishtara, who's got 25 damage, that would be really significant. They say 2% chance for every mana drained, so that would be a 50% chance to devour if he were to hit Ishtara at this level. That would suck. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And the reason she was left here is because of that 25% spell damage reduction. So let's move on to the next team. Another level 10 chest? That never happens. That is awesome. Yay! What we got? Ingots that I don't need. 171 shards. That is significant. That is a lot of shards. And I used a lot of shards here today, so let's see what I have next here. Something different. Okay. So, Atlanta is one of those troops I was talking about that you might never use in everyday Gems of War play. But, you see what kind of damage she's going to do? And it's to every enemy, which means, you know, submerged enemies aren't going to take any damage, but we hope to not have any submerged Kelpies. Then she has a 50% chance to ignore armor with skull damage. That means 50% chance for true damage with skulls. However, I don't have her in the first slot. I'm not going to put her in the first slot. But this is super useful. Bonus yellow mana for the whole team from yellow gem matches. So instead of getting a match 3, you'll get a match 4. So that is nice. The Illithian Servitor is from Illithia. It's one of the factions top right of the map. He does damage to all enemies, then steals 2 magic from all survivors. We just talked about the magic for the Dark Knight and the Sluagh is not going to make any difference to them, but we have lots of other rooms that we're going to be fighting in. Reduce spell damage by 25%, and he's got that 1 magic for each purple ally. So I've got 3 purple allies here. If you count himself, I'm not sure it does, but so that's an extra 3 damage that 2 or 3 damage that he'll be doing just by having purple allies on the team. Of course, the Leprechaun. I think you've probably seen him a million times, and if you haven't, you really need to get him and get him traded up. Okay, let's do it again. More delving. I love delving. I know I'm weird. The first time I ever did any delving, I thought it was so incredibly stressful. And I didn't want to do it because, you know, your team is persistent. And if you lose an ally down here, they stay gone. If your team gets out of order, it stays out of order until the end of the delve. Now, it's only in this delve. It doesn't affect anything outside of the delve. But, yeah, it's a real pain. Let's see, 200. And that really intimidated me early on. But I enjoy the challenge of it, and I just love the challenge of it. I just enjoy it. So, boom. Let's see. Atlanta uses purple, and this one uses blue. So, well, we're going to do this. And then we'll do this. Nice. Okay, who's next? Not you. We'll take the 400. Venus for 400, Alex. Nice. And we don't need it, but we're going to do this. There was a chance I might have gotten a match 4 out of it, so. I've got a 21 Pilots song stuck in my head, and I don't know why. I don't know why. Yep, we're gonna do this, and then we'll blow things up and try to get the Illithian. There we go. All done. This is what I love. I love quick delving because it's so efficient, and that makes me happy. I love being able to get things done in an efficient manner, taking control of the board before they ever have a chance to do anything and just wiping them out. That makes me happy. And that is one of the things that I enjoy about delving, I think, is just that process of figuring out how to get them all dead before they can hurt me. Okie dokie, who's next? Who's next on my list? You are next. Okay. We'll do this first because he's going to steal 2 magic from all survivors, and that means watch what's going to happen. So they've got the 65 damage to all enemies. Oh! Well, I guess I can't show you on that one. Let me find a harder battle. This isn't going to be it. I will show you at some point here what that does. If I can before the delve is over, because I have so many teams to show you. I'm not going to be able to do any of these back to back. Nope. That's okay. I hate these guys. They tend to devour me, and I hate that. I went for 6 months without ever being devoured once by these guys, and then I kept getting devoured by them back to back to back to back, and it just really made me respect them more than I did before, because I hate getting devoured. It just pisses me off. It makes me mad. Kapow! Love blowing things up. Boom. Okay. Nope. We'll still do this. Aha! Okay, it was 65, now it's 67, because I stole 2 magic. So if they all survive, that would be plus 8 magic, that's plus 8 damage from him. So an extra 8 damage can be significant. Especially if you're lower level. Nope, we're gonna do this one instead, because I have 12 to blow up instead of 5. So, boom. And yeah, we'll go ahead and cast here. Ooh, can I drop that down? Nope. So I like to have these when I've got the 2 and 2. I like to... oh, I can drop it! Just like that, and I get an extra turn because of the match 4. So unless your hero or the top one here is frozen, in which case it's not going to work. But look, we've got Kelpie submerged. So the higher you get, I mean, on these early levels, it's not going to be a problem because you can, you're going to be able to one-shot them. But you see, when he hit me with skulls, his submerge went away. But if I blow this off, which is what I really want to do, he's going to submerge again. And so it's really... I've really got to just... shucks. Now I have to wait. Alright, we'll blow this off, just waiting him out till he... there we go. Now I can take him out. So this is why I really recommend taking along somebody that can curse with you. If they can curse on a match 4, that is ideal. But if you... nah, you know... I'm still just going to show you all of these teams, and I will deal with the aggravation of the submerging Kelpie along the way. But because one of these teams may work great for you for the lower levels, and if you don't know about it, you can't use it. So here we've got the Axe of the North, which is an Urskaya weapon. So it's going to do damage to an enemy boosted by Urska allies. But the reason I have it along is because it creates green and brown gems for each Urska ally. So 6 times 6 is 36. That's going to be significant. So I'm using Sentinel, which makes me an Urska as well. Me, as in my hero. I know not all of you have the Axe of the North. So if you don't, what I recommend that you put here is probably just put the Mountain Crusher here. King Mikhail's still going to get plenty of mana, and then you can pick a different class as well. Maybe choose Stormcaller to get extra yellow, or choose Titan for the starting Dust Storm. These are just things to keep in mind. Now, one more thing to keep in mind is I am using Sentinel, and it does have Banishment. So any match 4 is going to take care of that submerged Kelpie for me, but I think this is the only team in my entire lineup of over a dozen teams that is using Sentinel. So this is going to be a one-off, and you can see how Banishment works this way. Oh, I should show you the team. So besides the Axe of the North here, we've got King Mikhail, who explodes a row and therefore gets me extra mana. I like to have something on my team, at least one thing that's going to explode or create mana for mana generation. If you don't have mana, you can't cast. So he also does damage to each enemy, which means he won't hit submerge, but and then Ursula does scatter damage. So you've got this scatter damage that is going to be spread out across all of the enemies. So King Mikhail's a lot more powerful than Ursula is. However, she also gives all Urska allies a 50% mana start, which is nice, and she gains magic whenever somebody casts a spell. So 1 additional damage from her for each spell cast. And I'm going to do that. That is exactly what I was hoping for, is the mana to cast with King Mikhail instead of Ursula, so that this guy doesn't submerge. And this is I don't remember what this is, a column or a row. It's a row. Not that it mattered, because I was going to take them all out anyway, but I hardly ever use him, so I wasn't sure which one it was. One of the troops I'm using tonight does an explosion of a column instead of a row, so let's see, 400 with a 1.5 multiplier though. We're going to go ahead and do this for 200. Oh. I don't need to, but I'm going to go ahead and cast this. Nice. Oh yeah, gotta pick a row, that one. Wahahaha. Yay! And the other one was 500, we'll do this 200. Killed one already, how nice. They're not called quick delve teams without a reason. Or they all are called quick delve teams for a reason. However you want to say it, it's the same. Because they're fast. Fast teams, that's what I like. I like to get them done fast. More efficient. What am I doing here? Oh! Okay, I wasn't casting with him. Got it. Whoops. Gotta pay more attention. See, I would like that match 4, please. Do that. Then there's only 2 damage, or 2 enemies. That means there's only 2 to split this up, so this is 50-50 instead of 1/4. So, oops, I have to take the match 4 because it's a compulsion. Alright, let's do This? Nope. This one? Yes. Frickin' Gorbles. Stupid devouring troops. Not as bad as the bullets though, because the bullets not only will devour, they'll also mess up your team completely, so haven't had much opportunity to cast with the Moon Rabbit. Oh yeah. Since there hasn't been alignment. There was just then, but I wasn't paying enough attention, so whoops. I'm a little distracted. Select an enemy. You! I should have done the Gorble though. I hate Gorbles. I just said that too. Not that it matters, because they're all gone anyway. This is 1,000, this is not. Okay. What? Something you gotta worry about along the way. Hey! That reminds me, there is another way that you can deal with submerged troops, and that is to bring in a team that is going to do... Select an enemy. Azura. Bring in a team that's going to skull them to death. So if you're using skull damage, you don't have to worry about submerge. So let's see. I don't need purple. Do I need purple? No, I don't need purple. We do need yellow and brown, so we'll do that one. Whoop whoop. Take your cap, please. Thank you. Alright, so that's 1,000. This one is 250. I should have written down what my souls and gold were before I started this, so I could have that info on how much I'm gaining from this delving. I know it's significant. Look, they're all enraged, which boosts Ursula's. Look at this boost, plus 32, boosted by enraged allies. So if I were to have more mana with her right now, I could do over 100 damage, scatter damage, but I could do over 100 damage with her right now, except that when I use the skulls, that takes away the enrage, so yeah, that's something to keep in mind too. This one. No alignment, no, I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh, look at all the purple. Lots of brown on the board though, that's good. Select a gem, yellow and brown, we'll do that one. Ah, submerge. We found tidal effects somewhere along the line. So that means I can use this to hit that guy. And I'm not gonna be able to hit either one of these, but I can take out the other two in the meantime. And we'll take some brown. Now we wait. We either have to wait for skulls or for them to... Yeah, that's the thing about tidal effects. So it makes it so every time your enemy casts a spell, they get submerged again, which means we've got to deal with that. Oh, except wait, don't I have Sentinel with me at the moment? I do. So if I get a match 4, he will no longer be submerged. First I have to get a match 4. Oh, I can do that right now. Watch this. Boom. No longer submerged and dead. Nice. Because I have that Sentinel with me right now, which is cheating, but at least you were able to see how Banishment works. Okie dokie. This guy is going to submerge the moment I cast. Because I cannot one-shot them anymore at this level. Okay. I will deal with it. Well, I've got this weapon that's going to do direct damage, so that is helpful. Select a gem. Random gem. Another level 8 chest. What do we get? Gimme, gimme, gimme. Gimme the goods. 160 chaos shards, that's nice. you know, when you have... I still have a lot of troops that I need to get to mythic level down from the factions. Pace team. So, we've got King Mikhail again. We've got Luna from the Warrens. She's the legendary from there. So she's going to do damage to all enemies, and she's either going to give my team 1 to 2 positive status effects, or she's going to give all of the enemies 1 to 2 negative status effects. She's actually a really fun troop to use. She's really effective, and she does half of what TPK does, the Possessed King. She explodes a random gem when matching yellow. So that is fun as well. So she helps with mana generation. Stormcaller is what I'm using. Let me see. Besides the fact it's going to give me a persistent light storm. What have we got here? So, cleanse myself. All yellow allies gain 1 magic. Fairy fire. And yeah. So, yeah, this gain 4 life when matching green gems. I'm going to be matching green gems because I've got Luna and Moonrabbit that use it. Arboreal Crystal will create a leaf storm when you cast with it, but as soon... So, let me backtrack just a little. So, every time it becomes my turn, it will start a light storm, but if I blow off the Arboreal Crystal and explode a bunch of gems, a bunch of green gems are going to fall because it will start that leaf storm, and it will stay unless the other team changes it, but as soon as it comes back to me, it will be a light storm again. So, this is one of those variations on a theme. The next one is also a variation on this. Told you I'd be using Moonrabbit a lot. Moonrabbit's going to be really useful in here, although I haven't really been able to show off much with Moonrabbit in here. And I need yellow, I need brown, I need green, and all I have is blue. Oh, let me have that yellow. Gimme. Pow! And look, the Kelpie. Kelpie has already submerged because I already did damage to him. Alright, I'm gonna do this. Take them all out except for this stupid Kelpie. Then we'll skull him to death. So, yay for that! Woohoo! Not having annoying fights is really nice. Now, something you may or may not know is that you can scout all these rooms and you can see if Tidal Affix is one of the effects. So treasure rooms are going to give all of your troops a buff, and then every other room is going to give the enemies a buff. So, and this says Undying, you can see what that is right over here. And then, let's see if I can find a treasure room. This is probably one. No? What, no treasure? Oh wait, this one might be. No, I just looked at that one. However, it does have a 1.4 treasure multiplier and a 40% chest upgrade, which is nice. I'm actually going to do this room, but if I find a treasure room along the way, I'll show you that you get some positive benefits, like fighting the mythics will give you greedy, which gives you extra, all of your troops extra gold from making match 4s. And I've got to remember this guy's got infernal armor. He reflects 25% skull damage. I once lost a really high level troop because I took out a really high level wall of bones, and it took out my hero. I was really mad because I didn't know what happened. I had to go back and watch the video later and see what happened, because I did. It's like, what happened to my hero? Why did he die? Or she, sorry, she, female. Luna! What is that? Oh, souls, okay. Let's see, we've got true damage 250, 300. I already looked at that one. I'll do the 250. Moon rabbit? No help with the moon rabbit. And we'll take brown. Now we can do the moon rabbit. Woohoo! That's better. Just because I like blowing things up. There we go. And we'll finish him off with King Mikhail. Oops. Choose gem. There we go. Yep, we'll take the skulls. Oh yes, we'll take that. Absolutely. I'm not worried about the skulls. 33 damage at this point is not going to hurt me. Even 43 damage is not going to hurt me. So, go ahead and cast there and take him out. Like that. $400, this one was $200. Let's do this one. Did I look at this room? Yes, I did. Does he enrage on... Oh, he gets enraged when matching brown gems. I've only used him in... I've only used him in events previously, so... It's been a while since we were in Erskaya and had a reason to use him, so... I did not remember. Not that enrage does any good when he's the third in the team, but... See, what was this one? 400, 200. Oh, I hate this team at higher levels, especially when there's... Oh, nice. It's been a while since I've seen a Valraven. We haven't had a Valraven for a while. I know I totally interrupted myself, but now I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, the rock worms start looping with the cockatrice. Oh, I hate that. Oh, I don't like it when they start looping. We'll do that. Get some extra mana for the team. Oh, they remove all yellow. I forgot about that. That's a good thing I didn't cast, huh? Oops. Where's my mouse? Oh, there it is. I couldn't find my cursor. No alignment, but I'm going to cast anyway. I'll get some yellow matches and get some extra mana from my dear Luna, which gives me another match 4. We'll cast with her. We'll finish with him. Oh, I keep forgetting. Stupid Kelpie. You've ruined my plans, you silly thing. We're gonna go ahead and cast this. And do that. Do this first, and that. Blow things up. Pardon me. Tired. like to use that on the Kelpie. Let's see. What shall we do? Go ahead and do that. Can't hit him right now. But when he casts, I should be able to, unless he's got tidal effects, which it doesn't look like. Wait. The delve traits are over here. So, no, he does not have tidal effects. He will not submerge when he casts. So, all I have to do is wait him out. Wait for him to attack me with skulls or to attack him with skulls. Now he is damageable. So we'll damage him. What? What the? Okay, so what you just saw was he explodes a row. I must have hit a skull along the way, which hit him and damaged him and made him avoid my hit. Yep, that is what just happened. So, something to keep in mind with King Mikhail when fighting something that, like the Kelpie, that submerges when they get damaged. So that is a good thing. I decided to go ahead and show you all of these teams so that you can see how they work. Hopefully, people are actually watching and listening as I go through here, because I just have so much to say. I can't ever shut up. What am I saying? So this is going to be almost exactly like the last team I had here. But here's what we've got. Still using the arboreal crystal. I think I forgot to mention, if you don't have any of these weapons, just put the mountain crusher in its place. It'll work. So I'm using Bard, which makes me a Wildfolk. Pan is going to give all allies 1 life and magic whenever we make a match 4+. He's going to do some killer damage to 3 random enemies, and he's going to mess up their team. Vanya is great at higher levels because she's going to do damage to an enemy equal to their attack. So if their attack is 100, she's going to do 100 damage to them. And then she's going to give all allies some life in it as well. And she is empowered, so she can cast just as soon as you start the round. And then Luna and Arboreal Crystal like last time. So let's try this out. I have not tried any of these teams ahead of time, by the way. I just put them all together based on the colors of the delve. And let's see. Their attack is only 25, so hitting them with Vanya at this level is really not going to do any good. So I'm just going to leave her there all powered up and Death mark! No! Die quickly. Just go and die, please. Aw, I don't want to lose my hero. Oh, blow this up. Oh, no. Here we go. Now I have another troop besides the Wraith to curse in delving. Now there are 2 that I have to worry about death marking me with skull damage. That sucks. Don't like it. Okay, we'll do that. We'll blow everything up and get some mana. Might think about actually putting Vanya at... Wait, does she mana block Pan at all? Yes. Might think about putting Vanya at the bottom and moving Pan up a spot. Like I said, I didn't test any of this before I started. She got that negative status effect going on them, so yay! Okay. There you go. I like Pan. I don't care what the other YouTubers say. I think Pan is a lot of fun. And he's super, super good when you're using him with Queen Beatrix, because she makes so many match 4+ that you're getting so many boosts from this. And by the way, this entire team is Wildfolk, in case I forgot to mention that. So every one of them is getting boosted with every match 4+. Okay, so I could take him out immediately. There's no reason to. I'm not worried about him. He can take some mana if he wants. I will take the brown. And another brown. And kaboom! There you go, that's what I was wanting. Let's cast with Pan. And we're going to use Vanya to finish him off, even though I could have just taken the skulls. Hey, wait a minute! I forgot. He has no attack right now, so she did no damage. Right. I forget about that. I forget they have 0 attack. So boosting the attack when you're using the Wild Queen, she boosts your attack by stealing from another enemy. But if you're entangled, she won't add anything. So it's a wasted spell. That sucks. I'm not playing with the Wild Queen right now, so I need to not worry about that. Something to keep in mind with these, with this delve, with the submerging Kelpie on the higher levels, is that could have let him take those skulls. I don't know what I was thinking. Is that Mistralis is going to be really useful in this delve if you have her. I don't think I put together any teams with Mistralis, but it's something to keep in mind. 300. No, that was 500. This is 300. Okay. Boom! Wraith is entangled, so I don't have to worry about her death marking me. And I don't have to worry because she's dead, so... Oh, wait a minute. He death marks... He death marks too. I did not even realize that he also death marks, and that is gonna suck if my hero dies. Not that it matters a ton, but because the next level will be deathless, most likely. The next level of the delve that I do. But still, I hate losing troops in delves. It makes me unhappy. I still have a couple of quick delve teams to show you, by the way. I came up with a bunch of teams to show you. And then I still have to do the video for the higher level delves, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it done tonight. It's getting pretty late. But, okay, I want to take out Glaceon so that Pan can take out the ones that are higher. Because Glaceon only had 11. Not that it really matters, he's doing so much damage. Pan is killing it in here. Okay, we'll do this one. So I think that this team could actually go pretty high into the delve because of Vanya and Pan doing that extra damage. Is just... yeah. Let me see, go and die, you jerks. I'll just use Vanya to take him out. I always worry when I fight the Mirage Queen because the Mirage Queen can take you out. One lucky bit of mana and he will, or she will wipe out your team. Big time. She is super dangerous. That helps. Even a Mirage Queen that's much lower level than you can do some serious damage. I'm gonna do this to try and get Pan leveled up here. I forgot that he can death mark. Oh well. Of all of them to be death marked, Mirage or Faunessa's a good one to do. Okay, so we've got a match 3 here. We've got a match 3 here with Mirage Queens convert green to skulls. I'll blow things up and hope that we don't get alignment for her. Ah, even better, match 4. That's what I like to see. Nice. And I didn't lose Vanessa, yay! Oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot! No, no, no! Stupid, stupid, stupid phone. Okay, let me see, sorry, doing 2 things at once here. Realized that I forgot to do something and thought I better take care of it between levels. Will you take care of that for me, sweetie? Thank you. Please take it. Thank you. Ah, match yellow. Yes, I'm going to match yellow to get that explosion that I love so much. I forgot about the death mark, thank you. The death mark again. I will mess up your team. Take that. See if Pan can take out the Kelpie in a 1 hit. Nope. That's okay. That's okay. They got some skulls, so I can hit them. Next team. Next team, you don't have to worry about the Kelpie because I am bringing something that only hits 2 troops, and that means that I can hit the Kelpie. Nice. 62,000 gold, 141 shards. That's nice. Alright, now let me show you this next team. Paste. Alright, so this is a variation on one of my favorite teams, which is Life and Death, Queen Beatrix, Arachnian Weaver, and Leprechaun. You can see that we've got a mana block. I mean, we've got a mana blocks. Does not matter. The Leprechaun blowing off with the Leaf Storm that starts from level 20, Nature's Aura, is going to bring down so much green it really doesn't matter. Also, the team code that I'm giving you is going to be Archer, but I'm going to switch this to Warden because I need to level it. I need to get this up to level 50 to level up my Mogram Woods. So switch that out. The team code is not going to be Warden. Just saying. Alright. So we have Life and Death. If you don't have Life and Death and at higher levels, I would recommend using the Mountain Crusher because the Arachnian Weaver is going to explode the board when if an enemy dies when I cast with her. If an enemy dies, and at higher levels, you know, it's kind of iffy. I really like to have something that can explode the board in case there are a ton of Doom Skulls on the board. Leprechaun is mana blocked, so anyway. So we've got Life and Death, steal life from the last 2 enemies, death mark them, and bless myself. So if I have a negative status effect, it'll immediately go away. Like death mark, if I have death mark on myself, all I have to do is cast with this and it'll go away. I'm using Warden, like I said. Its Archer is better, and you can find out which traits I'm using or talents by using the team code below. Now Venoxia is going to create green and blue gems. There's nobody on my team that's using blue, but that's okay. It's still going to give me a chance at match 4s, which will get me an extra turn, and that's what I'm looking for. She also poisons a random enemy, which, you know, doesn't make any difference at all if they have a lot of life, but if they're almost dead, this can kill them off. And then Leprechaun, you know about Leprechaun already, so let's get in here and kill some Kelpies and some Sluas or Slaw. Yes, I'm going to keep practicing saying that. Nice. Gotta love Venoxia. I'm so glad that she was on the naughty and nice list from Christmas time, and she got a little bit of a boost from being on the nice list from Christmas time. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's something that the devs did. They had some troops that they nerfed, and they had some troops that they buffed, and Venoxia is one of the troops that they buffed. So, did I show you what she does? Yes, I did. And it's true damage. That's why this is so useful, because she does true damage. Forgot about that. And the Arachnean Weaver does true damage, and the Life and Death also does true damage. So, I'm going to steal some life. That makes me a nice tank, because you can see I've got that extra boost here for life. Take out those last two. Of course, we've got the mount, which was 100% chance of coming in here. Do that. Something I love about Life and Death is that it enchants, and the thing is, it'll also enchant when your enemy uses it in PvP, so that kind of sucks, but you know, there's that explosion I was telling you about. I took out this troop, and so I got an explosion, extra mana, very nice, and I'm able to finish off the other team that way. Okie dokie. By the way, if you don't have Arachnean Weaver, I've got you covered. Don't worry about it. The next team I'm going to show you is a variation of this team without the Arachnean Weaver. So, I will show you that as soon as I finish this delve, and then I think we're going to finish this off. Even though I've got 2 more teams for quick delves, I'm gonna end it after the next delve, because it's getting late and I still have lots of recording to do, and this video is probably getting pretty long, so alright, we'll blow this off. Arachnean Weaver will be ready, and I can take out these last 2 troops just like that. Kapow! I still like the explosion even if they're the last enemies on the board. I'm getting Warden experience, which is really nice because I want to get my power level up. Don't want to do this yet because it does 72 true damage, and these 2 have more than that, which means I want to do a little damage to them first so that I can get that explosion for that extra mana. So now I can blow everything up. I could, but Venoxia is full again, so we'll just do that. But that's the beauty of this team. Everything is true damage. We've got the Leprechaun as the quick mana for the team, and then it just takes out the other team. It's even better with Queen Bee, who can get so many she can get so many match 4s and extra turns anyway, so once again, I'm just gonna cast with Venoxia. Pardon. Tomb spiders are dangerous. They do a lot of damage. So, web when doing skull damage, which decreases how much damage you do, but here's what's dangerous: double damage versus webbed enemies. So, that's why I don't like this guy being near my troops. Now we have a possibility of a match 4 because of the storm here, and that's exactly what I got, and exactly what I wanted, so, oh, I forgot about him, but Venoxia can take him out with 1 hit, so. Not this specific team, my Queen Beatrix team with, in place of Venoxia, I have taken that team up to level 400, on the Wild Court faction. So it's a really powerful team. It's one of my absolute favorites. It's the reason I love the Arachnean Weaver so much, and there's such nice synergy with this team. And it's just really effective and fast, and I love that. Is there a boost? Because I swear she should have only done 62 damage and Cedric had 63. Ah, there must have been something, one of my talents that must have kicked in. Oh, poison! That could be it. It could be that she poisoned him and he succumbed to the poison. I didn't need to take those skulls. He's entangled. Plus, he couldn't have done much damage to me anyway, even if he wasn't. Just like because I feel like it, I'll let life and death take you out. Okie dokie, here we go again. Hopefully, if I get Death Mark, I'll be able to bless myself away here quickly enough. Oh, he's entangled. That's a nice thing about Archer and Warden, is that you have the ability to entangle at the start of battle. So that is going to be helpful, and it really shows you how much of a difference the class can make. See, this is something that's nice. I've got the Arachnean Weaver and Life and Death, which both hit only 2 enemies, and so I don't have to worry about submerge. Because Venoxia does damage to all enemies, but I've got 2 troops that can get around that, so that's really nice. Alright, finish off this one. Grab my chest. Souls, nice. And make sure... Nope, I had not grabbed the last code yet, so I did that now. Edit. Here is the team that I have for you that is an alternative without Arachnean Weaver. Here's what I've come up with. And here's why. The Silent Sentinel is the legendary from Hall of Guardians, who's towards the top right of the map, I think. I think she is. No, it's a little bit down, but it's on the right-hand side down just a little bit. So she's going to explode columns and help me get some extra mana. And then she's going to heal herself, so if she gets hit by skulls or damaged, she can work as a tank up here. She enchants all other allies if the enemy is silenced, and if the enemies do skull damage to her, she silences them. So if she gets hit by skulls, you get enchant on all of your other enemies here, allies. Plus, she has 50% skull damage reduction and spell damage reduction for 25%. And the reason I chose her, besides the fact that she'll make a nice tank up there, is because Venoxia is creating those blue gems, and we weren't able to use them on the last team, except to get match 4s. So now we've got something that's a little more efficient. The other team I still love, even without using those blue gems, but I also like the idea of not wasting, so to speak. Am I using Archer here? I'm probably using Archer. No, I'm using Necromancer. Okay, let's go over the talents for Necromancer and why I chose this team. So, purple allies gain 2 life. When an enemy dies, freeze another random enemy, so that is very helpful to stop them in their tracks and keep them from looping. Reduce damage by 20 from spells by 20%. I start with 50% mana. I can't be targeted by spells, which is fantastic. Death mark a random enemy at the start of battle. So that's all very nice. And then we have these traits, +1 magic for each purple ally. So, and then I get some souls as well, which is nice. So the reason I brought her along, one of the reasons is because she explodes. This is the one I was talking about that explodes a column. And what column shall we explode? We want something, I mean, they're all going to be filled up anyway, but let's do something, sure, with lycanthropy. No problem. Go ahead and do that. Do this. Nice. Not quite as fun as the Arachnean Weaver, but still effective. And like I said, is going to take advantage of that blue mana that Venoxia is creating. And she doesn't mana block anyone on the team, which is also very nice. go ahead and do that. She is full, so let's get some... Where's purple? Yeah, we'll do purple over here. Purple mana. Doesn't matter, I just got her some extra life anyway. And look, he's silenced. So if I cast with her again before this battle is over, assuming that he's still silenced, he has a 10% chance to... look, I can enchant all of them by casting with her again, but I already have enchant here on both of these, so I'm just going to cast. Nice. He's still silent, so watch this. I'm going to... This is bless, this is... Oh, well, and enchant because she self-enchants. I forgot about that. Do that because I like to get them in fours. Everybody's full. Well, I could have cast and gotten enchant on all of them again, but there's really no point because the battle's over. What have I got next? We've got a lot of battles left. 1,800. Oh, I can't go there yet. Okay. That's 1,000, right? Okay, we'll go here. And hope that we don't get devoured. Of course, my hero, they can't pinpoint my hero anyway because she has stealthy, but she's not the one I was worried about. And I didn't need to worry anyway because Venoxia took them all out. That true damage makes a huge difference. Okay. Well, I don't really need to though. We're not going to do that. We'll do this. And cast with her again and take them out. There's the Mirage Queen again. Valraven! Yay. More delves. More delves. Give me more. Nice. I'm glad I didn't bring her in at lower level because it just shows how high level you can go with true damage. See, that's 1,000, that is 1,000, and this one is 1,200, right? Yep. Do this one. Oh my god, it's almost 4 o'clock in the morning. What? No wonder I'm so tired. Okay, so I am definitely going to finish off this video, and as soon as it's uploaded, I'm going to go to bed for the night. And I will get you the higher level delving teams and the intermediate teams that I have prepared for you up later in the day, because I need some sleep. I don't get enough rest as it is. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to need some sleep. Okay. Yep, you go ahead and take those skulls and get silenced. No problem. Wahaha. And die. Okie dokie. Need green. Do this. Do this. I already have the Valraven. I should have skipped straight to the last room because I don't have to do it. It's one of those compulsion things. Gotta do all the rooms. I'm not going to do that yet. Nope. I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna take these guys out, hopefully before they can cast and kill me. Okay, there we go. Now, they're all cursed. Let's see what happens here. still cursed, but now they're enchanted. Oh no, it removed the curse. Except on this guy. And her. Interesting. Huh. Maybe it just wore off, but I still was able to enchant them, which is interesting. How can they be cursed and enchanted at the same time? I don't get that. That shouldn't have worked. Oh well. I'm not gonna knock it. I'm happy to be done with the battle. I needs to get me some sleep. Alright, gonna do that. I'll do that. And that. And I just need some brown or some purple. There's my purple. And done. Just like that. Whoop whoop. Okay, let me grab my treasure chest and finish off this video. I hope that you've enjoyed this. I hope that I've given you some good ideas. Listen, I still have a lot more teams to share with you, but because I have to go to sleep and I don't know when I'll be able to get back to playing Gems of War, I'm going to include every single team code that I came up with for this faction, so you can go ahead of where I've actually finished with this video and look at the other codes and see what else I've got for the delve. So hopefully that'll help you. I will have another video for you later today, hopefully before reset. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.